When I was a kid, all the boys in my neighborhood were bragging about catching bodies and stuff. Now, as far as the community is concerned, you can see a lot of abandoned places and things of that nature. And it's up to the community, we live in a democracy right here in the United States, to come together and fix things like this and actually educate yourself on how to build and the difference between different types of chemicals and matter and things of that nature to actually rebuild and refine. Um, a lot of people do things from their heart, a lot of people don't. You know, when you have to make a choice like me, look, a lot of people that you grow up around, like I say, have started families that I grew up around, have started families at an early age. So they would brag about, them, they would brag about the way that they would defend themselves. And some of them was like, one guy told me that he killed the whole family. So as a woman, how would I feel after being viewed as an insecure person and a narcissist because of a man? Supposedly I had a boyfriend when I was a kid. I was not sure how to internalize that. When you go to school and you meet all these people from different households and things of that nature, I had a choice to make. I was suffering inside my own home, so I knew outside would be fucked up. So yeah, life is great. I would never know, you know, as far as I'm concerned, these niggas know that I can defend myself if I have a gun or something to that effect. But we wasn't doing shit to brag about it. But what I'm saying is, for these men that understand the concept of me supposed to being a narcissist and wanting to be in control of a situation and basically being viewed in a negative aspect because of, somebody else's fate, somebody else's disdainful spirit, or somebody else's um, way of thinking. I pretty much felt like I had a disadvantage over manhood when I was a kid, and all those men were saying that I was taking things personally. Why wouldn't I take things personally? A lot of these men be like, well, I'm gonna make sure that my daughter's safe. You know what I'm saying? It's predictable male like behavior. But that's why all these niggas is crying out to God and shit. God is not a detox for me. I got raped inside of a church. I got tortured inside of a church. Ain't nothing wrong with me just in so-called inferiority complex to men. When a kid has sex, or when you are exposed to sexuality in some kind of way or manner, and you are not educated enough to handle it, that's what they mean by having your innocence taken away. You will endure stress because you don't know what you're doing. First of all, I remember, like I said in one of my previous videos, I remember the singer Avant standing outside of my mom's house. Or it could have been my dad. I don't know. All men kind of look alike to me. But a lot of the men were just neighborhood niggas going around just doing their thing. And I remember a man telling me to stand outside for a minute, and I guess somebody was showing off their private parts or something. He was like, lift your leg up. These are the type of memories where I guess if somebody would say somebody is bitter, I got people that want me to be bitter because of manhood. I think there are men out there that are getting off on the fact that I don't like them for, various reasons. And what I'm saying is that, you see how stiff I am. I regretted a boy giving me an orgasm, but at the same time, I respect and accept my struggle of dealing with the physical aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? It's tiresome. My body don't feel the same. I don't value myself the same. So I have to talk myself into it. Shout out to the women that actually submitted to men and, actually learn to keep a sense of security with that and really build from the ground up. Because everybody can't say that. Everybody don't have the same love and basketball story. Everybody don't grow up in a good neighborhood, or everybody don't grow up getting opportunities. You just gotta learn. That's what I had to do. I don't want to go around boasting and bragging and being thankful. But what I will say is that have these niggas there are cliques and sets that people claim that will go around and say that they catch bodies. I want to protect me. When I look at my childhood pictures, that's what I think about. I think about, man, I wish I could have protected that little girl. I love myself. But when I was a kid, I knew that life was going to throw me for a loop. And it wasn't that much of a loop. I just had to deal with men. Word on the street is that there are all girls schools and stuff. And, I appreciate that too, because in essence, or whatever, schools like that, it's just promoting the idea of individuality. Like, respect your own gender in a sense, and you'll realize that you can study before you interact with a man. You can study that shit so that you be real prepared. Education and value has so much to do with the healing process of things that actually make me feel negative. I mean, it just feels good to study words and just know what you're talking about. That's what people will tell you about education and value. That's why they saying how teachers need to be making more money and things of that nature. Somebody will bless you because you're sitting there taking your time to teach some kids some things, a basic education, and some people put their heart and soul into that because we are the children of the future. I had a teacher in fifth grade saying that some of y'all gonna be holding up homeless signs and in and out of jail. When I was a kid, most people, all they did was talk about sexuality. And, we knew we would grow up and get jobs and things of that nature. So since we were introduced to sexuality at an early age, and some of us took offense to it more than others, I see the people that I grew up around really want to use that to their advantage. They want to throw up things about me having boyfriends and stuff. Man, I'm 30 years old and I still ain't been with no, and I stand by what I say. Like, I'm a 30-year-old woman. I do not want to be with no man or no woman. I just wanted to, I guess, the negative things that happen to me in my life will be a reverse psychological detox for people that really have taken losses out here and just living life. And, I have a little sister, and like I said, coming from a broken home, you have your own dad. Me and her don't have the same dad, so we don't have the same drive or heart for him. That's why I don't like coming from two. I don't like the fact that I just have a mom and a dad, and they were married. It just didn't work out. I feel sorry for my mom. She chose to, she did what she could. She gave 3 different men love. That's the best she could do. I just felt like they never valued her. I mean, things change over time, and I feel sorry for her because at the end of the day, life, that's what happens. People were going through more things than her, and she submitted to them. My mom told me to respect her husband. I don't respect shit about your ass, cause in reality, all this shit is dysfunctional. I didn't expect to have a little sister. I seriously wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't even no spoiled brat. I was just by myself. That's why I said when I be at these jobs, I gotta worry about all these kids I grew up with, that I grew up and had families and children and shit, and that's some that they gonna try to attack me with. I love being by myself. When I be by myself and I be learning, I be having a time with myself. And I hope that she has a father. I really hope that he invests in getting her own place to live. Because we've been through so much because of dysfunctionality, even I have been, illiterate or whatever the case is. Everybody need their own shit. That's the only way she gonna heal. I don't need her to care about me because we ain't even half sisters. You know, I say half sisters, y'all ain't come out the same cooch. I need her to do her, but I am her sister, and if she can come out here and get a job and live with me, that's fine. But in essence, we don't get along because I don't value that aspect about her. The fact that she has her own dad and all that. I don't value any of these people. I mean, they may come to my defense, but like I say, I'm an outcast. I don't really feel safe or protected by her identity as my sister. And it just makes intellectual sense. I don't. But life is about fighting. A lot of these people go through shit. They want to see you go through shit. They get off on it. When you at work, people want to disrespect you and shit because shit, this is a doggy dog world. This bitch ain't got no kids. Da, 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 da. Let's jump this bitch. Seeing people on construction sites. I almost lost my life. I value the simple life. I would like to build my own house somewhere far away from all these people. And I really would. Because when I go up and down these streets and see these apartments and people apply, there are people out here that form bonds against me and be like, shit, make sure she don't get no apartment or make sure this and that and then the third. They really want to make life hard for me all because I didn't submit to a man. Y'all really wanted me to be a side bitch? Is that what y'all really wanted me to be? Y'all, I mean, think about it. I don't give a fuck how much you try to fix it up. There's a lot of creativity that come out of dysfunctionality, though. That shit ain't cute to me. You'll never see me at a Monica concert. And I'm not dissing her. She has a beautiful voice, but I get tired of women singing about men and shit. The shit is agitating. I don't feel that connection. I grew up in dysfunction. Everything in my life was all about sex and shit. And I can tell from music that people really be feeling like they in love. And I can appreciate the moment of love and the, shit. Music is an exaggeration of everyday life, but sometimes people ain't exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? I can't connect with people on an emotional level when they talking about they in love because that's something that I can't define. It's charity to me. I give you, you give me. I knew that once I realized that I needed to own something, once I realized I was a girl, and once I realized that people was rejecting me because of men, it really hurts my heart. Some men got off on it, some men don't. But one day I'm going. It's it's beautiful though. Intellectualism, having an education. When I tend to learn, I tend to value myself more, and I think that's a good thing. That overrides all the negative thoughts. I'm here to tell you, no matter what you stress about, you won't have a seizure. I thought, I don't know. People be playing crazy though. Don't get that shit twisted. I don't trust no man around my mom. Period. Not even my dad. And I'm sorry about everything we've been through because of dysfunction. Well, I gave myself a manhood, and I don't be doing that but mocking these niggas. Half these niggas is rapist minded, got too much swag, and need to be put in check. I don't mean it bad way. I mean, it's the natural order of things. Most niggas got dads, and they dads put them in check by knocking their ass out, making them do push-ups. They think I got an advantage because I'm a woman. I don't be feeling right working in buildings and shit, knowing somebody built that shit. It ain't my damn building. But I'm pretty sure the people who built it, it gives you a sense of humbleness, right? Because you could lose your life sitting on a rail, extending outside of a, high in the air, and it's raining. You test your luck, like you do in Mortal Kombat. You gonna fall off this bitch or not? This a motherfucker got confidence out here. I don't need no rope to hold me up. I'm about that life. Shout out to those people.